Okay, we are here with our zero-based budget worksheet, our monthly budget from the month of March, which is already wrong because that's how we roll, and the budget calendar, which is not all the way filled out because that's also not, it's also how we roll. And we are going to do our second paycheck budget of the month. So let's get started right away. Hi, I'm Bo. Wynn is not with me, but my cat is. We're trying to pay off $68,000 worth of debt and buy a house so we can have some kind of financial stability for us and his 3 kids. And we're doing that one paycheck at a time. I am still vaguely not feeling great, so bear with me, please. Oh my goodness, and Kitty decided to walk across my back. And I got claws to my spine, so that's fun. Anyway, right to it. His paycheck is going to be, let's look here. It's going to be $19.93. And yes, this is very different from what we had originally planned this month, but the struggle's real and we had to adjust. So we're bringing in a later paycheck for him. So that's $19.93 for his paycheck. My paycheck is $15.10. Sorry, I'm so sniffly, not on purpose at all. So there is no other income, and the only thing that's coming from savings is $101, and that is for my city sticker. So we live in Chicago, and in Chicago, not only do you have to get your sticker for your plate registration, but you also have to get a sticker that goes in your windshield for the city of Chicago. So that is, for my car anyway, I just got the notice in the mail. I could either pay $34 for 4 months, $100 for a year, or $200 for 2 years. Well, $200 and some change. I decided to just go with a year. I thought about just doing the 4 months because we are trying to buy a house. And if I get the 4 months, then that would expire in July, which would be in time for me to like change addresses and everything. So I thought about doing that. I thought about it. But I don't really want to deal with adjusting everything. So I think I'm just still going to go with 1 year. Cause I don't feel like not adjusting everything, but like adjusting when I normally get my city sticker, if that makes sense. But I don't know. What do you think? Let me know what you think. Should I do 4 months or should I do a year? Because I don't think it costs any extra money. Let's see. So it's $33.39 for 4 months. And then we multiply that by 3 to get 12 months. So that's $100.17, which is the exact amount that it would be for 12 months. So it's not costing me any extra, or saving me any money by doing it 4 months versus 12 months. It's just a matter of convenience, I guess, or a matter of what I feel like dealing with. So I don't know, maybe. Actually, I'll decide later in the month. I don't want to stress about it right now. But I'm gonna budget for the $100.17, or the way I budget, $101. And we're just gonna go with that for now. And then if I change my mind and decide to go with 4 months, so that I can have my address change, like aligned kind of, that'll be when I make that decision then. But if you know what? Adulting 101. You get reminders for these kinds of things in the mail, right? So when you get these courtesy reminders, it'll say like how much it costs, when the due date is, then when it'll expire, all that other stuff. But if you move, then that notice will go to the wrong address if you don't update it. So that's why I was thinking about just doing 4 months, so that when I get the next reminder, it'll be around the time that I move. So like the change of address will still be going through, so my mail will be forwarded by the postal service. And I won't miss the reminder, versus if I do it for a year, then I might not get the reminder, and if I lose track or the price goes up, I won't get the notice and I won't be reminded of the cost, or updated on the cost. So, that's something to keep in mind if you get a car and you live in oh my goodness gracious, and you live in an area where you have to get these like yearly stickers. Good grief, kitty. My cat is trying to climb back down off the back of the chair, and his paws are once again in my spine. Oh, I love this cat though. Okay. So let's just add this all up. So 1993 plus 1510 plus 101 is 3604. Okay. So 3604 is the total inflow here. And we're not investing right now because that's not where we are on our journey. And then for his spending, what do we have for the 7th through the 20th? We have kid copay twice. So kid copay is $40 each, so that's $80. Unless, sometimes they end up charging an extra, I don't know, y'all. We don't have any control over that. And then S&M is $50, so that's that. And internet was already charged. Well, will be charged today. Whatever. It's fine. I haven't checked. Obviously, I haven't done transactions yet because nothing's written on here yet for the week. And then already paid car insurance. Okay, copay. Student loan and heating. So student loan is $31 is the minimum payment, and we are paying the actual minimum right now. So yeah, that does not cover the interest on his student loans. And then we have heating. The heating bill last month, y'all, was over $500. It's horrible. It has not been as cold lately, but we have a really inefficient heating system, so I don't know what it's going to be like. And I don't know. We're gonna plan for 470 because it hasn't been as cold. So I'm hopeful. Let's see what the temperature is in here right now. It's not too bad. It's 63 degrees right now. In the depth of winter, in the past month, it was down to like 57 degrees inside my apartment. So the heat was not keeping up. Struggle was real. But I don't know. I think it's been better lately, so I'm not gonna budget for the $500. We'll see how it goes. And then adventure, because electric bill will not come out during this time period. Yeah. And then adventure is $20. And that's what the kids can earn for their allowance. And miscellaneous is $50, and that's Wynn's pocket money. So let us see what that all adds up to. So 80 plus 50 plus 470 plus 31 plus 20 plus 50. 701. So that's good. And originally we had budgeted for Wynn to use a smaller paycheck this time, so there wouldn't have been like any savings essentially. So this is the monthly budget again. We had only initially budgeted $78 for his saving because we were using a small paycheck. But we ended up bringing that one in early because it was cutting it way too close. So now that we're using a bigger paycheck, let us see how much is left. So his paycheck again was $19.93. So 1993 minus 701 is $12.92. So that's how much he's saving. And I know we do this a little different from most people because we don't share bank accounts. We have to make the math work on each side separately. So $12.92, and then what are his priorities here? His priorities for his savings are wedding fund as number 1, gifts number 2, kids is 3 and 4 because he's actually saving for 2 categories within the overall kid category. And then summer pay is 5. Okay, so let's see how far this $12.92 will get us. And we're going to have to refer to the savings goals. So one moment. Okay, so I got the quarterly savings goals, and we're going to see how this $12.92 lasts us. Let's see. And actually, okay. So, let us see. Can we see? We can see. Okay, great. We can see both sides. Okay, so, let's just go in order. So, the wedding fund is gonna get, we're gonna go with 100 just because I haven't closed out the last budget yet, and I know Wynn went over budget. I know Wynn went over budget. So actually, no, I don't think he went that over budget. Nope, we're gonna skip wedding. Okay, we're gonna skip wedding because I think he will have had enough money to save this whole $437. So that should be fine. But 2 is gifts. And we're going to subtract that. So that's 1,075 left. And then 3 and 4 are kids' clothes and furniture and back to school. So that's 114 total because I can do basic math. Haha. So kids is 114. So minus 114. It's 961. So then his summer pay, 961. That's actually perfect, because 988 is the total like goal for that. So we're almost reaching that, and I know Wynn still has some money left to save for this last paycheck that I haven't closed out yet. So I think he's actually going to be completely on track to meet the quarterly goals, which is kind of wild, and only because the way we've been budgeting, with him being ahead, we could bring in that extra paycheck and kind of level things out. But you know, it counts. It counts. Okay. So now that we have done his side of the budget, let's do mine. So monthly bills. Okay, my monthly bills. What do I have? I have, I just have car wash during this whole time because my monthly bills are pink. Haha. So $18 is my car wash. And then his debt, nothing. Dining out, our normal Delulu $30. Because I like to, I know that if I budget more for dining out, we will absolutely eat more. But also, I like to kind of, I don't want to say punish myself, but I like to make that conscious decision of every time I go over budget in dining out, I am taking away from one of my savings goals. So I like to kind of hit myself where it hurts to kind of push myself to not go too over budget. I can't do the super strict budgeting thing, but I can at least encourage myself to behave. And then groceries in bulk, it's $260. Yeah, that's $260. Transportation is $60. Health is $80. Home shopping is $30. Birthdays. Oh, birthdays is actually not getting anything because we already added this 30 that was budgeted. We already added that. So nothing for birthdays this time. And clothing and shoes should be $50. Pet care, $15. Personal and Alphaba, $100. So that should be good to go. Let us add this all up, and I will not make you suffer through me punching all the stuff in this calculator. One moment. All right, so $643 is my subtotal for my spending, and let us see what that leaves us with. Okay, so my paycheck is $1,510. So $1,510 minus $643 is $867. So that's how much I have to save. And then for priorities, what do we have here? What do we have? I just want to double check with oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So we're just doing priorities of Christmas being 1, moving fund being 2, and insurance being 3. In Christmas, we're always over budgeting essentially. So we're just gonna put $95 because who knows? Who knows? It's always random which cards we pull. And then $867 minus 95 is $772. And then let's see. We're saving man. Okay. It's supposed to be $407 for insurance. I don't want this to be like too, I can't think straight essentially. So we're not gonna be like legit about the order here. I budgeted $407 for insurance. So we're gonna subtract 407 because I don't want to do all the math from like what I'd already saved for the moving fund and what is left in the budget. I'm not gonna worry about it. So we hadn't saved anything for insurance yet. So that's 407 is what was originally budgeted for the month. So that's what we're gonna go with. And then all that leaves us with is $365 for moving. And I'm okay with it. We're making progress. And then for savings spent, we just have the city sticker. For $101. And let us see if the math works out. Y'all, I think it should. I'm pretty confident in how these generally go. Okay, so let's see if the math works out. So 1993 plus 1510 plus 101 equals 3604, right? Okay, subtract 701, and that's 2903. And subtract 1292, and you get 1611. And then you subtract 643, and you get 968. And you subtract 867, and you get 101. And you subtract 101 from 101, and you get 0. So that is a zero-based budget because every dollar has a job. Our bank accounts are absolutely not at zero, but every dollar has a job, and where our money is going reflects our priorities, and that is what's most important. It's really telling how these things go, even though I'm straying from the monthly budget. I'm straying from the monthly budget quite a bit. And we kind of do that every month a little bit, just because things are always changing. And there's some things like the city sticker. Last year I'd actually paid $105 instead of the $101, but that was because I paid extra because I didn't go to the actual city to get my city sticker. I went to a currency exchange to get it, and they charge extra. So there's these things. So stuff changes, you have more information, you go over budget, and then you have to adjust. Like, all these things come into play, and it's really okay, because what really matters is that you're not spending all your money, and where your money is going is reflecting what's important to you. And sometimes that doesn't happen, but I would like that to happen more often than not, so that I can sleep at night, essentially. I like to think of myself as a relatively responsible adult, not completely responsible, but I err on the side of reasonableness. And this is it. This is our budget for the second paycheck of March. If I did in fact mess up the math at any point, or you have any questions, let me know. I love you so much. I appreciate you. Never forget that you deserve financial stability, and I hope you have a great day on purpose. Bye.